And we're back, True for Wisdom Podcast, episode number 7. Javan, Gadiel.
All right, guys, the topic of the day today is called the inner circle, so we're going to jump right into that. I hope you guys are doing good out there. Thank you for the supporters. We need some more commentary. We need some more comments out there. I feel like we're not getting enough due to the fact of everybody's just watching the video. But, from now on, I want to hear everybody's feedback on everything. So, what do you think, man? What do you think about all this?
Who's in your circle?
Circle, man. Your circle it starts from trust. You got to have trust in your circle. If you can't trust the people in your circle, or if you can't trust the situations in your circle, then that's not the circle that you either need to be in or you need to surround yourself around. Definitely you have to have trust. Trust is number one. It's like in a friendship, it's in a relationship, whatever you think your trust accountability is, or whatever your situation is. Trust to me, if you have to think twice or even think a second about trusting your circle of your life, then, that's going to be a big problem. That's going to be a big issue. It's up to you to figure that out. Because if you don't figure that out, just imagine you wake up every day and you're like, can I trust myself to begin with in order to trust others? If you can't trust yourself first, it's going to be hard to progress about your day, about your life, about your week, So,
what? Let me take it back a little bit. And you mentioned the word trust. And I don't know about you, especially with growing up, you earn that trust with your parents. You'd be like, hey, mom and dad, can I go out, hang out with my friends? We're going to the movie theater, whatever. I need you to be back by, whatever it's 9:30, 10. And that's that trust that they have in you. They're trusting you to go out and come back on time.
Yes, you have to gain that trust because it's not, they already gave you that trust. So you got to actually continue to earn it. You have to gain that trust. That's what they mean about gaining trust is like, hey, you have a halfway free will right now. And we're trusting you, like Gadiel said, to go to the movies with your friends. We're not trusting you to do anything else but what you told us. So the best thing is honesty.
And, it goes into life. Every day you have bills to pay. These companies that you're using a phone service, they're trusting you to use their phone service and for you to pay them on time.
Exactly.
Trust. Same thing with credit cards. Same thing with going to work every day. They're trusting you to be at work at your scheduled time. They're trusting you to show up to work on time.
Yeah, because trust plays a big role and a big factor in life. I mean, if you think about everything, like you were saying, time, trust. There is friendship trust. There is relationship trust. There's family trust. There is, and if you think about banks and loans, that's a trust out there. Credit cards, that's a trust. They're lending their money out to you so they can regaining back. So it's basically like, let me get into that one too. Is like when you guys are out there using and spending your your credit cards. Yeah, that's free money that you don't have to pay up front. But guess what? What happens when you miss a payment? It builds interest. So we always have to remember that everything has a price behind it.
That's why they call it a trust fund.
Exactly.
Oh,
see? Dang, I like that. That's a good example right there. But always remember that everything has to start with trust. Because like I said, if you can't trust your job, you can't trust the situation you're in. If you don't feel comfortable, that's untrustworthy. You have to feel comfort in the trust in your situations and about your daily life.
It goes back to our episode titled called Your Inner Circle. Do you trust the people that you have right now? Let's say it's 5 people. Can you trust every single person that's in your circle right now?
For me, I can. For me personally, I can, is because I have a certain, I guess you could say, people have certain list or criteria of what they want and what stuff they want around them. You have to figure that out your guys' selves. You can't just be a tag along or a ride along and just you think you can trust. It's like a kid. A kid is not going to walk up to, how they say stranger danger? A kid is definitely not going to walk up to you or even acknowledge you if they don't trust you. You have to think of it like that because, they're I'll give you a prime example. My son, man, he doesn't just talk to anybody and just try to come up to you. He actually acknowledges. He even, he might look at me and he might be like, kind of like, give me that look. Is it okay to even acknowledge this person, to come close to them, or be open with the person? So it all starts, like I said, from trust, and we have to always believe that. So I think another thing too when it comes to the inner circle is accountability. You have to have accountability. Like,
Can you depend on someone?
can you depend on somebody? For example, if you tell somebody to be on time and you need them to be on time, like for example, a job interview, what do they need you to do? They need you to be there on time, if not earlier. That's what you guys have to, I've seen a lot of people where they, like I said, we're going to get into the, that situation. First impression is everything on a job. And it's like, okay,
The way you look, the way you dressed.
come, 15, 20 minutes early. It doesn't help. Don't go on, just because it said the interview's at 3 p.m., don't show up at 2:59. Because guess what's going to happen? First impression starts before you even talk to that person. You're going to sit down, and that's your inner circle. Because what you put out there and what you give in is the inner circle of accountability. Everybody has to start, as far as accountability, you have to start setting an example for accountability. You can't just not set an example and depend on somebody in accountability as far as them doing the same thing and, back and forth. You have to have everybody, just being accountable in your circle. And if nobody's holding you accountable in your circle, like, hey, you guys need to hold each other accountable. Like, hey, let's get up as a team. Let's do things as a team.
Because if people in your circle are already running late, what are you going to do? You're like, I'm going to run late too.
Whatever the energy is there is that what you're going to feed off of. So if everybody in your circle is saying, hey, all we're going to do is just, go out and whatever and do what we want and run the streets ragged, what are you going to do? You're going to be like, all right, let's go. Prime example, back in my party days, I want to be honest, I had my little party days back in the day. Everything around me was party, party, party. And they were like, hey, let's go out and do this. Let's go on and do that. And what do? It's because it's my immediate circle. So what am I going to do? I'm not going to be the one to step outside the circle, because I was so naive back in the day. I was like, come on, yeah, you got to fit in where you fit in. You got to, and it's not about that.
And parties are cool, but at the end of the day, let's be honest, what do parties help you with in the long run? Absolutely
what do you
nothing.
Get out of it? You don't get anything out of it, because guess what? It's like an alcoholic. It's like you can drink till you run dry, but guess what? You're going to wake up with the same problems until you change that.
You're just numbing the pain for right now.
It's all temporarily. I mean, you guys have to open your eyes to these thoughts and these opinions and these facts.
If the people in your inner circle is not holding you accountable, then you need to get rid of these people.
Exactly. Because accountability, it precedes and it holds a strong point. Because if you're not being accountable, if nobody's holding you accountable, you could kind of do what you want in a friendship. I don't think I want somebody in my inner circle to do exactly what they want and not think of others. Like, hey, I'm going to do what I want. I don't care. I'm just going to be so negative. I don't want that in my circle. I don't think you guys want that in your circle. So you guys have to show, like I said, it starts from yourself. And you guys all have to each other accountable. Like, for example, you start holding with your friends, maybe little hangouts as far as like, hey, how are you guys really doing? What should we change in this friendship? What should we change with the family? We need to start holding accountable for everybody and build ourselves up all together, one as a whole, instead of being so separate. That's an example of accountability. I mean, accountability is like, hey, I'm gonna hold you accountable this week, and I'm gonna have you do this certain situation or whatever you guys have out there.
Or say, hey, have you been working out this week? No. Well, then you need to get out, go work. Hey, did you save any money from your paycheck this week?
Yep.
No. You need someone to hold you accountable.
Yeah, because everybody's strong point is not all the same. That's why it's called an inner circle, because there may be something that I'm not good at that Gadiel's good at, that we can combine ideas. Like, I might have a strong point and he might have a different point, but I can help him like he can help me, or we can help other people. And, we might be able to reach a lot of people out there, and they might sit here and they might actually listen to this and they might get something out of it. And they might be like, man, I never thought about that. I have friends, I have family, but in order for me to progress in my inner circle, am I having accountability? Am I being accountability too? Can be a challenge. Are you being challenged in your inner circle? If you're not being challenged, it's like a relationship. It goes dull. You need to make it interesting. You need to keep it going. But yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. All right, guys, we're back from commercial break as we continue talking about the inner circle. I think, Javan, you had 2 more points to make about the inner circle. What do you have for us?
We're going to talk about positive energy. Positive energy in your inner circle is very important, because in order for a complete circle, you cannot have negative energy at all. Whatever's drawing you guys back and whatever holding you back, you need to let loose of it. You know that saying, break these chains? Well, the chains need to be broken today. Not tomorrow, not the next day, but you need to start off going strong. Break whatever change, whatever weight, whatever's holding you back. You need to drive to the finish line today.
It's funny you mentioned positive energy. I'd rather have no friends and be positive than have a whole bunch of friends in my inner circle who are negative and do negative things.
Exactly.
I'd rather have no friends. I'd rather have no friends and be positive and focus on me. And
Yeah,
because
I mean, for me, man, positive energy, I have to have it around me, because what you don't want negativity around you, because the negative, whatever energy's around you, that's how you're going to respond.
And it starts with how you start your day,
how people treat you, how people look at you, how people view you in your inner circle, man. I'm telling you, because say, for example, man, you go to work and you get fed negative energy. How is your day going to go? You're going to have negative energy that whole day.
Or better yet, let's say, and it's happened to me, and I'm sure it's happening to you, you're on your way to work, you're driving down the road, someone cuts you off, you're already upset.
Oh, you're already
So now, when
mad, man.
you walk into work, you have that negative energy. You're upset already. So, whatever happens after that, you're just upset. You're like, oh, I have to go to work. I'm going to be here for 8 hours, 7 hours, whatever, 6 hours. And you're just negative all day. You're letting that negative moment ruin the whole day. Just forget about it.
Yeah.
Let it go. Positive mindset, positive day.
Yeah, you might be a step or a second away, or a month away, a half a year away, whatever. You're right there at your finish line. The things that are holding you down or holding you back could be that one change in your life that you need to let go to continue to strive and be great. Because, speaking from self, I let a lot of things hold me back and a lot of weight draw me down, which I'm learning to change, and I need to change myself in order to finish. Because that's the main goal in all this. We came and we need to finish. We don't need to be at the beginning anymore. We don't need to be at the middle. Let's stop trying to be so, it's good to think about others. But, me talking from my self point of view, as we need to start thinking about ourselves too as well. Not in a selfish way, but in a positive way. Because what's holding us down is not letting us produce or proceed of what we need to do. And too many of us are people pleasers. We need to kind of let that go. And we need to put a halt to that. That's going to stop today. And what do you think about that, man?
This is an example. If I see Javan walking and let's say he's happy. He's always in a great mood. And I always see him like that. What am I going to think? I'm like, wow, Javan's in a great mood always. He's so positive. Then if I see Javan and he's negative, I'd be like, oh man, what's going on with him? Why is he so upset? Why is he,
Yeah.
And that's that positive, negative energy. What do you have in your life right now? Is it positive or is it negative? What can you do to change it? Do you need to get rid of people in people's lives?
Matter of fact, take the time, write that stuff down. I would say draw like what they call is like a T line. You make the positive to the left, the negative to the right. And you write down these. You start off, I don't care if you write it down in categories or groups like, family, friends, your job, whatever those are, you match it in. And if the negative outweighs the positive, then you need to just clean the whole slate of the negatives. And you need to draw for the positives and keep it just like that. That's going to help you change your life, and you're going to feel a lot better. Trust me. Trust the situation.
Positive mindset, positive day. I'm not going to say just because you're thinking positive, you're going to have the best day. Because things happen in life.
No. Because I feel like, as far as that, if everything is going perfect, there's something wrong. Nothing is ever going to go 100% perfect. I know people want perfect days and perfect times, but listen.
But you're going to have great days. Don't get me wrong. You're going to have great days.
Yeah, you're going to have great days, but everything is not going to be 100% how you want it to go. And that's going to guaranteed fact. Nothing's perfect. Life is not perfect. But the thing is we need to continue to believe, to achieve.
With every circumstance, every situation that comes at hand, you need to take that as a challenge and be like, okay, well, my car broke down, or I'm late for work. You're already late for work, so just go to work anyways.
Yeah, don't be scared. Don't wake up and say, hey, I don't really want to be somewhere at work, for example. I don't really want to go to work. I don't have the energy to go to work. And you call out. Guess what? If it's so bad and you don't really want to be at work, then change your job, change your profession.
It's funny when you mention work. When you're already running late, why are you in such a hurry? You're already late. So just go. You're late. So why are you going to be extra stressed out? You're already late. So just get to work and just be, at ease. Okay, I'm late. Things happen in life. We understand that. Positive day, positive mindset.
Positive energy. That's how you got to continue. You guys have to realize of what is positive in your life, and don't forget what is negative in your life. Strip today of what is negative in your life and continue and go straight forward with the positive energy. So next we're going to talk about vision. Vision in the inner circle is very important, because you can be in a circle, but if you don't have vision in your circle, you're just going to go around and twirl into, for example, I'm going to use an example here in the inner circle. If you don't have vision and you're in your set mind of letting time pass, and you don't have a vision for yourself at all, and you just get, a lot of people get comfort. Get out of your comfort zone. Get out of that. Don't be afraid. Just this year, I challenge everybody to take a step and jump somewhere as far as where you're trying to go in life. Don't be scared. Take that step. Try something new that you haven't tried, and I guarantee you'll feel good.
This is 2020. I mean, everyone should have a vision.
They have to. I mean, if you throw up 2 circles, you should have the binoculars for your vision, 2020. So I don't want to hear people say, this is my vision, this is what I think. How about this is what I'm going to do? This is where I foresee. This is the steps that I'm going to take to go through with it.
Let's go back, the inner circle and, the vision. Are the people that are in your circle, are they approving of your vision? Are they
approving of your vision? Are they really seeing your vision? Are they supporting? Because if somebody's not supporting you, guess what's going to happen? My advice to you guys is to continue your vision. Because whatever vision, if you explain to your circle, this is the vision I have, this is the foreseeing that I have, and if people are laughing at you, people are like, oh no, that
take them out of your circle. Take them out.
Guess what's going to happen? You're going to be great one day, and then people are going to be like, man, well, I should have believed that was going to happen, but it didn't. Like for me, I have ideas, but I'm not going to, explain the ideas that I have. That's for me, because like we said in the previous podcast, don't talk about it, actually do it.
Don't talk about it, be about it.
Exactly. So I can sit here and talk all day what visions that I have, but I know what I have, and I know what I foresee. And when I achieve those goals, and you guys achieve those goals, and the people that weren't there to support you, and all of a sudden you blow big or something, and then you want to come back and say, hey, I remember that guy, I remember that girl. Oh, let me try to be their friend now. No, guess what? It's too late. Have a good day. But I'm still going to proceed regardless. I'm not worried about the haters. I'm not worried about the naysayers. I'm not worried about the people that want to doubt myself or others. I'm not worried about anybody like that, but positive energy and vision.
And I'm going to say this again. Before you wake up, or, you're going to bed, or you're just waking up, write down your vision, the things that you want to accomplish.
Yep.
And before you go to bed, be like, look at it, boom, boom, boom. And then
your
when you
day.
wake up, look at that paper again with your goals and your visions. And that's going to help you for that day. Be like, okay, this is why I'm going to work. This is why I'm going to school.
Yeah, what are you achieving? What are you doing these things? A lot of people like to go and do something just because they want to get some money out of it. And I call it a time waster. Do what you guys want to do. Don't do what just brings the money to the table and that's it, and you're all tired and you're complaining. You're like, man, I don't know if I could do this anymore. Guess what? Don't do that anymore. If you need to find something different, have something in place already. I'm not saying complete cold turkey, just stop doing what you're doing, but have a mindset. Set what you're going to do for your vision in your future.
I'd rather go try something that is in my goals, and if I fail, I fail.
Exactly.
But at
What's
least
the
I
worst
could
that can
rest.
happen?
At
What's
least
the
I
worst that
could
can
rest
happen?
assured knowing that, you know what, I was able to do that, and I did it, and it wasn't for me. Then just being at home, be like, well, I kind of want to do it, but then you don't do it, and then you're just gonna be left wondering, well, should I? Shouldn't I? No, just go do it.
The hesitation, that's what it's called. The hesitation will hold anybody back. They might, they might sit here and say, hey, I'm going to go sit here and I see this vision for this. Just like us, we're doing this podcast. Who knows? We don't know, but we're doing this for others. And we're not going to be selfish to ourselves. We're doing this for others to put out our time and effort. So we want to reach to what we're going to reach to and what we're going to achieve to. And that's called a vision. Because if you guys don't have a vision, you're going to run around in one spot, and that's going to be it.
So let's run back and do your points that you made, and let's tell them 1 through 4. Vision.
Yeah, so you guys just remember trust, accountability, positive energy, and vision. That's the 4 points we were talking about today. You guys always have to remember those because those are going to help you in the steps you need to succeed
for your inner circle.
And that's pretty much what we have. So I'm going to tell you guys one more thing is that when you guys are going through things in your inner circle, always remember positive energy goes a long way. Trust, vision, everything. You guys always have to remember these things because if you just it's hard doing things by yourself in your inner circle. If you have a friend you need to talk to your friend. You have a family member, talk to your family member. You have a husband, a wife. You need to start building people around you that are going to bring you up and you're going to bring them up. Because guess what? Like we always say, if you're the smartest one in your whole entire group, get out of there. Start a new one. Create a new circle. Continue the steps to success to be, I think people just get too comfort and they need to jump out of their comfort zone and they need to take that step like we talked about earlier. And then we need to start getting more comments and I want to start hearing what ideas are out there. What do you guys want to hear more of? What do you guys have as far as your thoughts and opinions and facts? Share your stories,
We're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I want to see some comments. I want to see some reviews. I want to see some ratings. Whether you're giving us 5 stars, 1 star, I want to see it. Or if you have something that you want us to talk about, write it down in the comments. And maybe we'll talk about it in the next episode.
And if you guys think this changes you or helps you any kind of way, say you guys know somebody out there, share the video, share the podcast. Let's start getting it out there together. You take a seed, you spread it. What does it do? Every seed plants and plants and plants. And then what do you do? You have a whole entire sometimes a forest, sometimes a tree. That one little seed, it branched out so far. It's like a wildfire. What is it going to do if you put wind to it? It's going to blow all over the place. So you guys just remember that what we talked about and take these facts and take these bullet points and just continue to strive and do better because we believe in you.
All right, guys, that's the end of the podcast, episode number 7, Inner Circle. See you guys on the next episode.